Ken's got his video.
Tell him that's going to be a really good video.
Yeah, he said, no, we're not. So purpose hold. Okay. All right. All right. There's one. We got to get out of here. I got to get out of here.
I took his phone back. I took his phone. He's catching a fish. All right, bye. A solid fish.
Yeah, just solid. Not too tiny. I probably need to get out of here.
No, we need to stay in here and rake on them.
Hey.
We'll stay in here and rake on them.
See anything?
Outside the face?
Yeah.
Show the camera around here. Show this camera. Another one slapped at it. Didn't even get it.
Yep. There you go.
So you'd have had 3 bites in here and wondered what the second 2 were.
Yeah, that's right.
Going, well, I wonder if they were keepers.
Yeah, well, he's, look at that, man. It got him.
Hey, turn your back. Those guys are kind of looking for you.
That was definitely on a pump.
Really?
Yeah.
Optic something.
Yeah. It just loaded up. Are they looking at us?
He looks over the side. I remember when we were here, I remember the cold
In the mouth?
No. Another one hooked in the side of the face.
Sure is.
So that's the 4th, I'm going to say bite, but in truth, one of them had it in the mouth. So I told Dicky, throwing triple grips, not to beat up on a brand, because when you get a fish hooked with triple grip, they're usually caught. But that's the 4th one that slapped at a bait that we caught that I don't believe you'd have caught with any other kind of hooks.
Oh, God.
Oh, chatterbait.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I did. Both
Let's go. Well, this here. What we got? What we got? Over on the side. Not yet. outside mouth?
We got some folks around us, but that one hooked outside the mouth. Oh, got a bad sore on him. It's a nice one though. That's a solid 4 pounds. I can be sneaky. That one was right off the pad stem. We're back out in a little bit dirtier water. And since we're out here in this dirtier water, it's one of my favorite dirty water baits. And you can see this one's been worn on a little bit. It's an old, this is the old, I don't even think they make this colored fire tiger anymore, do they?
I don't think so.
Look at that hook. Old fire tiger. Yozuri, Rattle and Vibe. Doink! Mr. Newberry. Got a 9 pounder and a 4 pounder, that's 13, and a 3 pounder, 16. I think we're sniffing 20 pounds. But she was way big double digit. Way big. And I had caught a 7 or an 8 pounder that fast. She jumped once. A walrus, she didn't jump. I had one in 4 late 80s in the dark. He said just to keep her, but he said
I'm sorry?
He said it was stuck right here. And we waited till these guys had their bike and he was gonna boat flip it. He pulled it off, but once again, another fish that just slapped at him, didn't eat it. Good hooks, he's popping them in the side of the head. What did you learn today?
Well, I learned that no matter how cold the water is, they'll still hit a rattle trap, it seems like. Or at least they'll swing at it. I gotta, I'm gonna see if I can find some more water. This is kind of some clear water. I call it push water, kind of push down. Help some of the plain water back in here as the river come up. But, you know, it's all related to grass, and it's right outside the pad stems and the high drilling. And a lot of the guys they're trying to catch a fish out of the pad stems. They might be by tournament. And, you know, tomorrow it's more getting a trail laid to get in here, run and not get past. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of people coming this direction, general area.
And we fished around a lot of guys, but we didn't really see anybody catch anything. Yeah. You know? No, they didn't see us catch anything either, but.
It's been a tough day. We were very fortunate to catch the fish we caught. They at least let us know that they're in these couple of areas that we found it at. It could be a good tournament. It could be a tough tournament. It probably will be tough. But I'd much rather fish a tough tournament than an easy one. That's what I prefer.
Do you think these fish have pushed back here because of the moon?
So we got a full moon going on. Not that they're going to spawn on this moon, but it's probably the last full moon right before the spawn push. So some of them come back in here because a lot of these fish live back here. When they're pads, they live in the pads.
They're Florida fish.
Yeah, and they're living here in the grass. And they, you know, it's just a place they live. So as far as that, I wouldn't put a lot of thought into that.
I don't know how many bites we had today. We'll figure it out as we do the camera. I think it was probably 8 or 9, but I think only 2 of them actually had it in the mouth. So, but I think as it warms up, the water warmed up 2 or 3 degrees today with the sunshine. I think they'll bite better. So I think we may see Mr. Newberry be able to catch a bag, or if he can get on the stuff he wants to get on, somebody's going to catch a bag of fish back here. So, I mean, we're idling past guys as we leave. So anyway, we're headed to Rayburn this weekend, so there'll be some Rayburn footage up pretty quick. And I hope so. I hope we can at least catch some fish. We're going to try to borrow a boat while we're down there and go fishing, and we'll see you guys on Rayburn somewhere in the next week or so. I'm going to post this next Tuesday, and I don't know if we'll get Rayburn footage up Thursday or the following week, but we'll get Rayburn footage up real soon, guys. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see y'all. Guys, a little postscript from the tournament. So Dicky called me Friday morning about 10, and he said, have not had a bite. He said all of that water up here on this northwest end of the lake has muddied. He said there's really no clear water up here. He said the areas that we went through are very, very soupy now. And I said to him, you know, if I were you, I would bag it and I would go to the main lake. You know, you got a half a day of practice left, probably a little bit less. And I'd quite literally pick up an A-rig and I would try to scope some fish. But, and he said, you know, there's another time in life I probably would have done that. But he said, I think I can still get these fish to bite. I think there'll be some water clearing up. You know, as the water comes down the river, it's going to give me some more push opportunities. And, you know, look, the guy caught a 9-pounder, right? We had 18, 20 pounds. And the water was getting progressively warmer, and he said, I'm going to just stay here with what I'm comfortable with and try to get them to bite my way. And come to find out, they did actually. The 17-pound co-angler winning tournament limit was a young man who fishes with moon pie. You guys see me with moon pie next week at Rayburn. And he caught all of those fish, believe it or not, on a chartreuse Yozuri. But what Dicky said was that little patch of water where he caught that chatterbait fish cleared, and he said late in the day there were 4 boats sitting there, and they all just kind of whacked on them pretty solid for the last hour, hour and a half. And he said he really couldn't nudge his way in there, and he wound up with 1 fish. The first, second, and I think third and fourth place stringers all came from this south end of the lake. I don't know where, didn't ask, don't care. But my understanding is they were all within sight of each other. I believe this is the same group of fish that the young man Tater Reynolds out of Louisiana found the year before. And he had, and I'm not saying anybody came in on top of him, but several guys were on that same group, those same groups of fish. And it sounded like they had a very small, very, very good bite window come Saturday morning. The guy that won, I think he said he had 5 bites, and it was over in the first hour, hour and a half. So that's kind of what happens, right? He took a gamble. He had 2 days of practice on the lake he didn't have a lot of experience on or a lot of time to spend on. And he got his points and he moved on. So lessons we all learn every time we go fishing. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Really good show coming for you next Tuesday from Rayburn. From actually the same day as the last day of the Brandon Belt moon pie. I just went fishing. And as happens when you just go fishing, we whacked on them pretty good. So we'll see y'all next week on Rayburn. Thanks for tuning in, guys.